recording. Is it working?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get my questions.
Well, are you going to edit this?
Yeah, we're not going to be in it. You are.
Well, I don't edit. What?
I'm not. My voice isn't going to be in it.
No, but you're going to edit this, correct?
Yes, we're going to edit it. So if you say any bad words or anything, we'll edit it out.
All right. This too close?
You're good.
No, you're good.
When did you start playing sports, and why did you start playing?
Well, I started playing sports when I was...
Look at me.
No, I can't. All right. I started playing sports when I could walk, and I started to play hockey because my father played hockey, and being around him, I'm from Canada, which is a long way from here. We're freezing most of the winter, so everybody in Canada plays hockey. My father played it, and that is how I got started.
Okay.
Bam, that was nice.
When did you start playing? What age did you start playing
As
hockey?
soon as I could walk.
Okay. I was about to ask what kind of life you led before you started playing.
What kind of life I led? Oh, I was a gangster. I was out banging, and no.
No?
All right. What kind of life did I lead?
Yeah. Well, you were a kid,
Yes.
so it doesn't matter. Before you went to the NHL.
Correct.
Before you started playing professionally.
I come from a very small town, and my grandmother and grandfather were farmers. We spent a lot of time on the farm with the cows and the cattle and baling hay, and that was our job in the summer. And obviously in the winter we went to school, and hockey was a big part of our culture in Canada. And again, sports is so big in Canada, especially the hockey that is part of our culture, and that's why we got involved in it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is your biggest accomplishment in playing sports?
My biggest
You better say winning the Stanley Cup.
No, it's not. No, I was just a meathead here. I was just, let's see, my biggest accomplishment. It's like, you mean like in professional sports?
Or
just
whenever.
Yeah,
Whenever you, maybe like you won nationals
Right.
one time.
Oh yeah, I did.
You did?
No, of course.
Oh.
I just think overall my biggest achievement was being able to play in the National Hockey League. Coming from the small town, like I mentioned, very few people can do that, and I was very proud of the fact that I was able to get through all the tryouts and make the less than 1% of everybody who's played in the National Hockey League able to do that and work at it with very little talent. I'm very proud of that.
Okay. How do you think sports have influenced your character?
That's a good question.
Yes. This is our whole video. So
Yeah, sports, yes. Sports, this is the major. You talk about some things, winning the Stanley Cup, and I've won championships, met a lot of people, but sports has really determined who I am. Because of some great mentors that I've had in my coaches and some friends along the way, they have shown me how to treat people, how to work well with people, and really how to get along and inspire people along the way. And it's why I run the gym now, to help inspire people and mentor kids. That is really part of my business as well as the broadcasting. But really, it's changed me as a person. It's shown me that I can do whatever I set my mind to, no matter how difficult the circumstances. So it has really determined the type of person I am today.
Okay, that was intense. Okay. Do you think sports have impacted your life positively during and after finishing playing professionally?
Say that again.
Do you feel like sports have impacted your life positively before and after you? So afterwards, did you feel like sports...
Well, oh yes. I think what sports does is give you a wide variety of things that... Let me try that again. That's how I'm trying to say something with... Sports has really helped me in a lot of ways, but sports has also made some things very difficult in my life. And when you play professional sports, you sacrifice a lot to get there. So there's good and there's bad. And like I mentioned, I think sports has really changed me as a person. There's been some good things along the way, and there's been some negative things on the way. But everything is brought together, and it's the reason why I am the way I am today. And so I think overall it's been a great experience, but it is the toughest thing that I've had to face so far in my life.
Okay.
Speaking of like sacrifices with school.
No, I was going to be like, doing education now. Do you feel like sports helped you like become better in school when you were younger? Or get you into college if you went to college?
I did go to college, yeah.
Do you feel like sports had helped you, like, work ethic? Like
Yeah, that's the thing about sports. It does show you how to set goals. It shows you how to focus and get things that you really want to get to, and it takes time. You have to be patient. And I think with the schoolwork, I did go to college as well as play hockey, and it's helped me in the business world as well. So sports, I think, has been invaluable in all those areas with education and in my personal life.
Okay. What was the best advice you were ever given?
The best advice that I was ever given was don't get too high with the highs and don't get too low with the lows, which means emotionally things are going to get tough, things are going to get great. You just can't you can't spike and then hit valleys up and down. You have to maintain a nice even keel. I use that today in my life because, like I said, in business and broadcasting and just working with people in general, you're going to have some good days and you're going to have some bad days. So you have to work through that because you know at the end of it, if you have a good moral compass and you're a smart enough person, you're going to understand that some of these things will happen and you just have to adjust to them emotionally.
Do you have a saying or motto you live your life by?
The burn is your friend. No. Is in there, you know, the motto? I don't. No, is there a motto that I live by? No, there's not.
There's not?
There's not just one thing. There's so many things. Like I said, it's just being able to maintain yourself emotionally, try to work through, treat people right. And it's one of the biggest things that I learned from my coaches, especially in college.
That lesson with Cobus is canceled
Oh, why?
because I gave him the wrong time.
Oh, there was no ice.
Yeah, there wasn't any ice.
Oh.
So we're going to get him on next week a couple
Okay.
times.
Did
He's got to
Patrick?
leave for his other.
Okay. Did Patrick show up?
Patrick's just isn't here yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Alright.
And Mike is Michael Moore still there?
He's still there.
Okay.
He's almost done now.
Okay.
Okay. Do you feel like sports have a negative side when it comes to being injured at such a young age?
Well, being injured at such an age?
Both injury or working too hard? Do you feel like it's all worth it?
Well, sports shows you how to be dedicated, shows you how to be tough, and yes, there is sacrifices that you have to do. We sacrifice too much, especially the guys that play professional sports. They sacrifice a lot, and you have to if you want to be at the highest level. And I think with anything in life, there has to be sacrifice. And but yes, people too young getting injured. I think that's part of it. I watch with my son now. I don't push him too much. I don't want to put him in dangerous situations, but I also want him to be able to push himself to what he wants to do as well. So it's kind of a fine line that we as parents now have to watch as our kids go through and work through these types of sports. I don't know if that really answers the question.
That did. That was good. What was I going to ask? Oh, do you feel like you would have opened the gym if it wasn't for hockey? Do you feel like if you never
yes,
played hockey?
no, yeah. Well, here's what happened. When I was 19 years old, I had an opportunity to play professional hockey. At 19, though, I wasn't sure how long I would play the sport. So what I did is I wrote down everything that I was going to do after I played hockey, because I knew at some point, whether it was 2 years down the road or the way it turned out 14 years later, my pro career ended and I had to do something else. So I had a plan in place, which I think is real important for everybody out there. You have to have a plan in place no matter what you want to do. If you want to be an NFL player, you still have to have your education be able, because we all end our sport at some time in our lives. So yes, I was prepared to move forward.
How did it feel winning the Stanley Cup?
It was awful. It was very sad. I don't know how I got through it. All that exhilaration, the sheer joy. It bothered me that we had so much fun and I had achieved my lifelong dream. So that was probably a very difficult point, a low point in my career, to hold the Stanley Cup and be able to share it with my friends and family.
Are you
No, it was great. It was awesome. What am I going to say? I worked my whole life to get the Stanley Cup, and I was able to get it. So yes, it was very exciting and very, very cool to do.
Were you on the ice when they scored the winning?
I was not. No, I was the
You
head
weren't?
goon. So no,
You were the.
I was the head goon. So
We
we
all
didn't.
remember.
Yeah. So but yes, to see it and be a part of. That's one of the coolest things that I learned from a Stanley Cup winning team is how to work as a team. How everybody, no matter what skill level or what's your personality, you come together for a common goal, and a lot of things can be accomplished. And it's kind of the model that I use for my company now, or try to emulate it as much as possible.
I don't think we have anything
I think
else.
that's pretty good.
That was good. That was a good interview.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Probably
good.
the best interview of
Well,
my
good.
life.
I'm a professional broadcaster, so yes, I hope